Hello, BookTube. Over the last few weeks, I've been thinking about rearranging my library. The cause for this desire is the fact that over the last few weeks, I have begun to burn out on manga. One of my reading plans for 2025 was to read copious amounts of manga, both new releases, discovering new series, and rereading series that I have completed collecting. All of that led to, over the last few weeks, a serious burnout. And so I think what I want to do is, going forward over the next few weeks and months, to sort of try to balance things out in my reading and in my collecting. So I think part of that is to sort of move some shelves around and to maybe figure out what I'm going to do with classics, canonical, modern, and contemporary fiction, poetry, and drama. So, to give you a quick idea of how my library currently looks. In my bedroom, over there, is where I have my manga collection, and there are several bookcases in that room. There's one bookcase that's practically empty. It's a stacked up bookcase. It's a small bookcase on top of a larger bookcase. And that bookcase really doesn't have anything on it. It's right now just JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which I could easily move to the bookcase that has the taller manga. And in this room, I have behind me my history collection, and also to the side here. On the coffee table where I'm filming is science fiction and fantasy, which is also out in the hall. And then over this way is classics, canonical, modern, and contemporary fiction, poetry, and drama. And then on the wall over here is my general nonfiction. That's not history. So what I want to do is, particularly given the fact that I have a very large, and it is increasing, history hall coming, I'm going to be returning to monthly book hauls, at least for April. I think that I'm going to need more space for history pretty soon. So what I want to do is I want to move. I want to take one of the bookcases that I'm currently using for manga and bring it in this room. Basically put it where I'm filming right now. And that would be expansion of history. I would also like to clear off the science fiction and fantasy I have on this coffee table and try to get it into the hall, which is not going to be easy. And then move this bookcase over to the wall. And then I'd probably start filming there. Instead of over here, and then move the bookcase that's over there. Possibly I might move it into my bedroom, because how the shelves work, it works a lot better for manga than for anything else. And then have another bookcase stacked on top of it. And then I think that would kind of work. And then at some point, I want to try to get another bookcase in here so I can kind of expand my classics, canonical, modern, and contemporary fiction, poetry, and drama collection, because I would like to have, I think, more than just two bookcases for that. I would like to have some more room to breathe. I don't know if I'm going to use the same kind of bookcase that I have for the others. They work well enough, but how I'm thinking about putting them, because I don't think I would be able well, if I got a thinner bookcase, like a thinner and maybe taller bookcase, it could work. And then it would just be like 3 in a row. But I'm also thinking about putting it on the side. So it would be like, okay. Yeah. So the bookcases are like this along the wall. I would want to put the third bookcase here to kind of face the door to the hall. Because I do like these sort of using the interior space of the room for bookcases in addition to just the walls. But I also don't really want to spend the money or really the frustration on having to put together a new bookcase, because that does frustrate me quite a bit. So I need to think a bit more about that, and also where I would put any overage for classics, canonical, modern, and contemporary fiction, poetry, and drama. Because right now there's not much space left. So I'd need to figure that out pretty soon. But anyway, I will report back if there are any changes. So anyway, BookTube, that's all I have for today. So until I see you next time, thank you. Have a great afternoon.